Hi everyone, I'm Sim Gakkar, Life Insurance and Investment Advisor. Today I have Shawn Redford from SSQ with me. Shawn has been in the insurance industry for the past 25 years and he has worked at major carriers. He brings loads of knowledge and I really am very fortunate that Shawn is able to share his knowledge directly with my viewers. He's been in the industry for over 25 years, but he has worked in investments, life insurance, and complete financial planning. He's been with SSQ as a Senior Director of Business Development. And today I would like to ask him how my clients can get the advantage of his knowledge with SSQ. So let's go and talk to Shawn direct. Hi, Shawn, how are you?
I'm great, Sim. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming here for my viewers. And I think having you here and giving us all that knowledge will definitely add a lot of value to anybody who would like to know more about SSQ products and what SSQ is. And having you here, I think it's the greatest thing that they can hear right from the wholesaler, right?
That's right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So I know a lot going on at SSQ. We heard a lot of things. And just to let I would like everyone to know that what different has happened this year at SSQ that you would like my viewers to know about.
It has been quite a unique year for us. Starting way back in January, we announced our merger with another company, another major insurance company in Canada called La Capitale. SSQ was already the fastest growing insurance company in Canada. We were the sixth largest insurance company in Canada. And this merger is really just going to make us, a much bigger force to be reckoned with in the industry, complementing both companies' product lines. We're in fact the largest mutual company in Canada now. And for those of your clients that don't know what a mutual company is, it means that we don't have shareholders. We're owned by our policyholders, you who buy the policies in our company. And then March hits and we're faced with a pandemic like nothing we've ever seen before. And the industry, not just SSQ, but the whole industry rallied around advisors and clients alike and made it easier, as easy as possible anyway, to get policies underwritten and qualified. We just made it much more lenient to do so. So there's never been an easier time to get insurance than right now. I'm sure you'd agree, right, Sim?
Yes.
What else? Then in May, I started a program, or I represented a company in a program that was designed to help advisors deal with the changing regulatory environment regarding the treatment of seniors and vulnerable clients. So we created a whole bunch of tools and resources, and I started speaking to advisors across the country, and we even enlisted some help from professionals in the industry like Ellen Bessner, who's a renowned lawyer that defends actually advisors when there are client complaints. So, she's worked with us to help us design this program so that we can all do a better job at protecting seniors and vulnerable clients. In June, our CEO, Jean-Francois Chalafaux, was named the chairman of the board of directors for CLHIA, which is the Canadian Life and Health Insurance Association of Canada. And that just goes to show how we've grown over the last 8 years since we've become a brokerage supplier, which means that independent advisors all across the country can sell our products. You don't have to just deal with us directly. So that was, that's important because it gives us a louder voice as a company in the industry and the direction of the insurance industry. And it also gives us inside knowledge as to what's going on in the industry. So that was a big plus for us. And then what's coming next is in December, this month, in the next week, we'll be announcing our new corporate name and our new brand image. So we're no longer going to be SSQ Insurance or La Capitale Insurance. We're going to have a whole new name, and in January, we'll start integrating all of these products and working as one organization going forward. So, man, it's been a big year for SSQ.
Yeah, a lot of things happened in 2020. That means at SSQ.
That's right.
SSQ has been 75 years old company or even more. And, they are into life insurance, they are in P&C, there's so many things. And now I know that they have a very good product, which is a guaranteed issue product, right? Mm-hmm. And I would like you to tell my viewers what is so unique about your product. which is not very old, I guess.
Well, no, we just launched this product in June, but it probably makes sense to take a step back and talk about like what is this product and where does it fit in the industry. So I'll describe first the difference between traditional life insurance and what you've referred to as guaranteed issue or simplified issue insurance. And so in a nutshell, simplified issue and guaranteed issue insurance is easier to qualify for and faster to be issued than traditional insurance. And it ranges from guaranteed issue, like you said, which means that there are no medical questions. If you are, in our case anyway, if you're not terminally ill, you're approved for the product.
Is there even one question?
With us, it's just about your residency with our organization. With other companies, there may be other questions, but by and large, the guaranteed issue products are pretty easy to qualify for. As long as you can afford the premiums, you're going to qualify for the products. The catch there, though, is that if you were to die in the first 2 years with any of these guaranteed issue products, the death benefit isn't paid out, but your beneficiaries get all of the premiums that you paid back to them as a return of their premium. So they're not out any money.
After 2 years, full death benefit is paid.
Correct, absolutely.
That's the guarantee.
The next phase of the product, or that's available in the market, is what's called a deferred death benefit, which means now there's some questions you have to qualify for it. The premiums are less expensive than guaranteed issue, but there's still a 2-year deferral on the death benefit. So even still, if you were to pass away in those first 2 years, the death benefit isn't paid, but your premiums are returned. Then the next evolution is in simplified issue products is an immediate issue product where you're covered from day one. There are more questions to be answered in order to qualify. The premium is cheaper, and that's that product. Then from there, you'd go into the traditional lineup of products. So there are much fewer questions that need to be answered in these products. You don't have to have a stranger come into your home and take a blood sample or a urine sample or blood pressure readings. There's no need for doctor's reports to go back and forth. Basically, it's just a much faster turnaround time for the consumer, making it easier to qualify.
That's very good. So how is your simplified issue in comparison to other carriers in the market in terms of pricing?
Well, in terms of pricing, it all comes down to risk in the industry, right? And one of my I call him my marketing guru, or he's taught me so much about positioning of insurance products in Canada. His name is Keith Leach, and he's got a line that he says, the price is the price because it's the right price. And basically what that means is the premium for any product is always associated with the risk to the insurance company. And that's why critical illness insurance and disability insurance is so much more expensive than life insurance, because you're so much more likely to claim on those products. The same applies to life insurance when you're comparing simplified issue to traditional or fully underwritten products. It's more expensive. And our product in the simplified issue space is so much cheaper than the competition because we've decided to focus on those who are not as unhealthy. So we're usually 20 to 50% cheaper than the competition for that reason in particular. But that doesn't mean that we don't have some sweet spots. In some cases, we're easier to qualify for than other carriers at cheaper prices for things like build. If your build is a little too heavy, or marijuana usage, which has become quite prevalent in the last couple of years since it's been legalized in Canada. We're much more lenient with that. Foreign travel, most companies restrict your foreign travel to 12 weeks, whereas we can allow up to 6 months a year. So in some ways, we're more lenient. In others, we're a little more strict. But in answer to your question, we're about 20 to 55% cheaper than the competition.
Oh, that's amazing. And so all your simplified products were also launched this year?
Everything was issued June 23rd this year. Everything from a 10-year term to a 20-year term and a whole life product is available on the simplified issue product lineup. For guaranteed issue, it's strictly whole life.
That's very nice. And I know that I would like you to tell my viewers that everything can be done electronically because COVID-19 time, we don't need to meet anybody. Everything is smooth and the application process is very, very smooth, non-face-to-face, and simplified product issues or guaranteed issues products, the policies are issued, the turnaround time is around?
So yeah, and that's another thing that we are very proud of is the fact that we've been able to streamline the process so much that from the time that you take the application to the time that it's delivered to the client, it's less than an hour. In fact, I was on a call with an advisor like yourself, helping them navigate that process with their clients. And before we got off the phone, in 15 minutes, the client actually had that policy delivered into their inbox. And our goal is to actually even make that faster in 2021.
That's fantastic. And I think SSQ is making a difference because now you are traditional as well as simplified issues. So everything at one place. So I think 2020 has been a very memorable year for SSQ, I guess, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, this is all culminating from massive changes that have been happening over the last 5 years, specifically in the simplified issue market space. There's been so much competition, so many other companies getting into this space. And why? Well, sadly, because there's a lot of individuals who are harder to insure in one regard. But the other thing is, and there was a recent study by LIMRA, which is the Life Insurance and Marketing Research Association, which does research on our industry and provides this information to us as to what consumers are thinking, what they're looking for. And that study that was just done this past March or May of this year said that 50% of consumers would prefer to buy simplified issue over traditional life insurance products because they're busy, right? They don't have time for all of this back and forth. When they decide they want something, they want it now. And proof of that is look at Amazon and Netflix and Spotify. If we want music, a certain song, we want to have access to it right away. And because of this competition in the market over the last 5 years, the pricing has come down dramatically for these products, making it, in some cases, basically the same price as buying traditional, especially at younger ages.
Yep.
It's reduced the number of questions that are required in order to qualify. The coverage amounts have increased substantially, and the turnaround time has, well, as you're seeing now with us, it takes minutes to get that coverage in place.
And the biggest thing, no meds, just the cushions.
No meds.
No meds. We never used to see that, and now it's no meds. And the limits are on the simplified issues. What's your maximum limit on the simplified issue?
Currently, it's $500,000.
Perfect. That's fantastic. That's a very good news and a very good information we got straight from you, because a lot of times a broker, advisor like me, we work with every carrier, but I always say that every carrier has their unique products that they specialize in. And I love that it comes straight from you and you can, tell it to all my viewers. So thank you very much, Shawn, for coming. And I really appreciate your time. And I'm sure once this merger is completely done and you have a new name, we want you to come back and tell us in more details about everything.
I would love to do that. Absolutely, Sim.